small piece of garden and why it's fun to add sculpture to your gardens. Also, about taking photographs of your gardens right now, why that's important. And then we'll talk about fish emulsion. Yeah, that's all coming up on this episode of Garden Bite. Adding sculpture to your gardens is such a fun way to personalize your space and show off both the flowers and the artwork. In this space here was actually a tree, and it was removed, which made the ground sink. So I added some soil and decided I wanted to plant another small garden and add this wonderful sculpture from a local artist. I love the metal with the flowers. It just adds a certain, let's just call it panache. What you will notice is the variety of flowers and also some weeds. And I'm just going to point that out because that's called wabi-sabi, which, if you've been watching the Garden Bites, know means imperfect beauty. Well, I've got another space that has some grass sticks. Let's take a peek at those. Notice how the wind moves so gracefully with those grass sticks. I just love that. So the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is taking photographs of your gardens. It's always a good idea, and in particular this time of year when your gardens are in full bloom, you can see the areas that you might need to do a little work on. In fact, this area right here is something I have to watch because I've got overcrowding happening. You can see I've got a baptisia that is extremely tall, and next to it is black-eyed Susans. Now, the interesting thing is, with those black-eyed Susans, I can actually clip those down earlier in the year and they would stay lower. But I didn't do it, so they're kind of nutso. And what it means is I can take a look back and decide where I need to cut back, where I need to divide the perennials, and where else in my gardens I can place these wonderful plants, because I don't want to lose them. They're beautiful. But the idea again is to keep a record, because if you're like me, you forget. Definitely. Notice another sculpture, and I want to point this out. I don't know if I can get Gracie to get in there and look at this. This is another sculpture in the garden that's actually holding these black-eyed Susans up. And it's just a really cool piece. I would love to have that show more. So, next year, it will. Giving your container plants a boost during the season is a good idea. Over-fertilizing is not. One of the things that I like to do is use what's called fish emulsion or fish fertilizer. It is just light enough to not burn your plants, but it gives them some nice nutrients. And read the directions. You mix a tablespoon of this stuff into my jug of rainwater that I captured off my roof. And what it does is an amazing thing. I'm going to show you a beautiful midnight sky petunia, and you can see what it added, because petunias at this time of year are usually not so pretty. So let's go take a look. The one thing I will say is do not use this stuff indoors. Trust me, it stinks. I tried it. And well, let's put it this way. I had to open the windows, turn on the fan, and it took a while. Outdoors, it's well worth it, as you can see. Thanks for joining me today on Garden Bite. We went through a lot of different things, and I hope you got something out of it. I know I always do when I'm out in the garden. And if you love this video, if you like my garden bite, please let me know. Do a little thank you, hello, comment, like on, of course, YouTube. Garden Bite is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and as always, gardenbite.com. Check that out too. In the meantime, go get dirty.